Okay, today we've got a couple of drive units here. We're getting more and more requests from you people out in the field about how the drive unit is put together and when it needs service and replacement, how to put in those parts and what goes where and that type of thing. And we're going to show you this here today. We have two drive units here. One for the this one is for the Escapade, and this one is for the Encore boats. They're basically the same thing. There's just some minor differences, and I'll show you what those minor differences are. First of all, on the Escapade, there is this nut right here, which is similar to the other nut down here that is put on there and should need no adjustment. We have a set screw over here. It doesn't show in the picture, but there's a set screw, and that should not need to be adjusted on your Escapade boat. This other one will need to be adjusted from time to time. We'll show you that later on. Over here on the Encore drive unit, there is a spacer in here instead of the nut on the Escapade, and a couple of retainer rollers here that are mounted onto that. And but that has the same type of adjustment nut right here, and everything else is basically the same. The belts are the same, the sprockets, the large sprockets are the same, the pedals are the same on both of the boats. And once again, the housings themselves are exactly the same. They come out of the same mold. Now we got some parts here in the middle, and I'm going to, these here are the screws that hold the drive unit down in, and they go down in there and get screwed in here. There is deliberately some space between these screws and the hole in here. This allows a little bit of adjustment back and forth within the boat itself, but that's not something that we need to get into at this particular time. But while we are talking about this, underneath this area here, in almost every boat, there's some kind of spacers. They look like washers. Some of them are a little bit thicker than others, and all the rest of that. And it's very important that they go back into the same place. Those will be either here on the front end of the drive unit or the back end. This right here is the back end. This is where this unit here goes on right there. This is a unit that is connected to the drive shaft, and there are several different drive shafts out there depending on the boat you have. The Escapade drive shaft is different from the Encore drive shaft, but both of them basically have this unit here with a different attachment down here at the bottom. But they go over this, or just a slip fit over that. It has some space to allow some adjustment in here, and there's nothing that connects the drive shaft and the drive unit except this thing here. This is a hex shape here that matches this hex shape right there, and that provides the twisting torque that drives the propeller. So there's that thing. Now